and the People's Republic of China has gained the highest number and the density of intangible cultural heritage in the world. But China comprises 23 provinces, such as Yunnan, Guizhou, Sichuan. So we wonder which province in China is facing the highest risk of losing their ICH, which is the most challenging project for project for implementing the safeguarding of ICH. What are the factors affecting such a project implementation? So this research is studied with 3 questions. This research collects information and information from both the primary source and the secondary source based on the context of China. Methods for collecting information include literature review and interviews, finally, SWOT analysis with conclusions by authors. The research involves 3 knowledge domains, including ICH, traditional crafts, and education. It focuses on the boundary object. You can see the red arrow here. So in this part, I will show you, according to the source of China Intangible Culture, 3 and 154 ICH projects and 3,068 inheritors of ICH and the national level in China. We also get the current ratio, which is 0.97 by dividing the number of the inheritors by the number of the ICH, which means the several ICH projects are short of inheritors. So you can see the current situation of China in this table. There are 10 provinces are facing a low ratio of the inheritors, less than the 0.97. And it bears to be noticed that Sichuan province, according to the State Statistical Bureau, the Sichuan province gains the highest number of the aging population, and its ratio of the inheritors is 0.76. Hence, this research identifies Sichuan and province facing the highest risk of losing their ICH. In Sichuan, engine sand firing technique is listed in the ICH of China and the national level, and it is one of the oldest traditional crafts which have been inheriting for more than 2,000 years. According to the Ministry of Culture and Tourism of People's Republic of China, the engine sand firing technique is a folk handicraft with unique craftsmanship and rich cultural connotation. The craftspeople must follow the traditionally handmade process, which includes 7 steps. Engine sand firing technique workpiece can maintain the nutritional composition and the taste of the food, so they are widely used by the local people. UNESCO recognizes that education plays a key role in the protection of ICH. Many colleges, like the picture shown, many colleges and universities in China have participated in the safeguarding of ICH, and the government of China also launched plans to revitalize intangible cultural heritage about traditional crafts. According to a survey of the education of ICH in China, shows that the skills of the inheritors does not closely connected to the majority of the students and the teachers. The knowledge of ICH is too specific to fit into educational courses in the vocational colleges of China. The participation of the inheritors is not high because they gain no incentives. Basing on those findings, we identify the cooperative education of the engine sand fire technique. firing technique in Yang'an Polytechnic College. It is the most challenging project for implementing the safeguarding of ICH. Therefore, the first author conducted interviews with 6 people who are involved in the engine center firing technique project. And you can see the interview questions in the below. And in this part, I will show you the findings from the interviews. First, there is a shortage of teachers for teaching. The engine center firing technique is too specific for students to learn. The distance between the college and the organization is far. The inhibitors are very busy and difficult to find time to participate in the course. Only 1/3 of the inhibitors joined the project in 2019. The participation of teachers is not high because they have no idea of how to teach the engine center firing technique to students. The inhibitors cannot find the younger apprentices. Students do enjoy the engine center firing technique course. The local government plays a critical role in supporting the development of the engine center firing technique course, and they are willing to help. So the SWOT shows some issues can be validated by both the literature review and the interviews. Some are not. For example, in the vacancies and threats, there is a shortage of experts in education, and fewer people want to be trained in the project. So we recommend that it is critical to increasing the ability of teachers to be qualified in the engine center firing technique course education. Encourages the engine center firing technique experts or inhibitors to share their knowledge and learn to work in cooperative education. Elicit their experiential knowledge and documenting it, and providing specific training. And last, I would like to express my very great appreciation to my advisor, Isia, for her valuable and constructive suggestion during the planning and development of this research work. Her willingness to give her time so generous and has been very appreciated. Thank you. So do you have any questions?